Hi everyone, welcome back to our next video. In the previous video, we discussed about how to find an accommodation, and the second problem most people face when they come to Canada or anywhere else is that finding a part-time or full-time job. So there's few tips and tricks that people use to get a good job or find a sustainable job with their studies. So I'm going to discuss those tips and tricks in this video. So let's get started. Problem most of the people find is that you don't get a part-time job if you're a student. So there's few tricks, or not tricks but few methods that could help you get a job quicker. I mean, there's no guarantee you will get a job, but at least you should try these out. So the first one is you have to make a good resume, and I'll add some of the. It doesn't have to be like a fancy resume which with lots of experience. Even if you have a general resume outlining what you did, what you uh, did as experience, what you can do, and how good you are with your communication skills and everything. So that's the first step. The second step is most of the people what they do is they'll just apply online and then just stay home and wait. What I would suggest is go out. If you're applying for, let's say, Walmart or Tim Hortons or anywhere else, go in person, take your resume printout, talk to them, ask if the manager is available, or if the manager is not there, ask if assistant manager is there. Because what happens is if you go to the store and then you talk to them, then they will know that this person came to our store, and they'll know how good you are with communicating with people, and they will know you as a person. But when you apply online, they just see a piece of paper saying, "Oh, I did this and I have this much experience." So that gives a better impression. And even going to the store doesn't guarantee that you will get a job, but you go once, and then if you that place is close to where you are staying, and you find that that store or that job will be good for you, then you go 2 or 3 times. Like, don't go every day and knock on their door like, "Oh, hey, I don't need a job." But if they didn't give you an answer, they sometimes what they will say is that, "Okay, we'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days." So after 3 days, go back, and they're like, "Hey, I just dropped my resume last week or 3 days ago. Can do you have any update for me?" So be polite, be humble, go out, talk to people. Because what happens is if you don't talk to anyone, no one is going to help you. But if you open up and you ask for help, then there's a lot of people willing to help. Uh, I'm not sure uh, how what type of mindset people have when they come to Canada, but I would suggest like keep an open mind, talk to, because in Canada people are very polite, at least when they are talking to you. So you have to return that favor, that you can ask anyone anything. So if it's up to them, they'll try and help you out. The next thing is, when once you get a job, there's few things that I've heard from people is that many employees, they don't pay for your training. So they'll give you training for, let's say, 40 or 60 hours, and they'll say, "Oh, the training is not paid." That's not the case anywhere. Like, if you don't find a job and that's like your last resort, then I would suggest you can get that job. But if it's up to me, I won't do a job where I'm not paid for my training, because in Canada there's no rule that even if you are working, if you are doing training on your job, that should be paid. So that's something that you should always keep in mind. And as a worker, you get lots of rights. I'm not sure most of the employees, they are required to tell you those rights, but you should always explore whichever province you are staying in. Explore what are your rights. Don't believe whatever your employee says, because you have your own rights and you can refuse if you don't want to do anything. That's something people should keep in mind when once they get a job. And the other option I would tell everyone is try to find an internship or summer student job, because that will help you once you graduate. That will help you get a better job. Because what happens is I did a job as a summer student. That was a requirement for my course, but most of the courses they don't have as a requirement. And there's many, if you're working in a doing a business diploma or anything else, you can always go to a bank or a hotel. You can work as a receptionist because they will always have summer student jobs, and they will pay you much better than any other part-time job. So at the end, that will help you gain some experience as well, so that you can put in a resume that, oh, I worked with this organization for 6 months as a summer student. And even the organization you are working for, they even might hire you once you're done with your graduation. So it all depends. But I think that's a very good way to get some experience. All in all, these are the few things that you should keep in mind when you're coming to Canada as a beginner, or when you're very new. Because what happens is, in the beginning we feel like whatever we are getting is good, but then after a few years you realize, oh, I did that wrong. So I'm just trying to teach people, don't make yourself less valuable. Thank you for watching this video. Please share and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll try and address them. And thanks again for watching the video.